Houston fans, take a deep breath because today we've got something big, the kind of thing that turns a season around. A night that started by lighting up the scoreboard and ended with a message to the West. We've got a veteran setting the pace, a bench changing the game, and a rookie turning doubt into respect. And we even had a reunion that left the Toyota Center electric. You will not believe what we have for you today. So sit tight, subscribe to the channel if you find this content valuable, hit that like button, and let's get straight to the news. The question is, was this just a spark, or a sign that their time has come? Stick with me, because a plot twist is coming. Right now. The Toyota Center was shaking like a playoff night, and for a good reason that only became clear when the scoreboard exploded before halftime. For about 2 quarters, it felt like a red tsunami. The lead ballooned without hitting the brakes, the bench energy turned into a wildfire, and the visiting team only saw black jerseys flying by. Get this. In 24 minutes, 81 points, a season high and an aggressive statement of offensive identity. The halftime breather came with a 27-point lead, and the only question was how bad the final blowout would be. In the end, 135-112, control from start to finish, and confirmation that this winning streak is no fluke. The veteran who sets the pace showed up early, efficient and calm, to get the house in order and open the doors for the show. Kevin Durant put up 23 points, plus an all-around contribution, and set the tone that Washington could never match. From there, the bench took the spotlight and changed the game's temperature for good. Reed Sheppard came out on fire, 21 points, 5 of 8 from 3, pushing the pace, and just having that air about him that the ball is going in even under pressure. Tari Eason came in with 20 points and 6 rebounds, an energy magnet who punished every single lapse in attention from the Wizards. Amen Thompson, starting, was pure control with 18 points and 8 assists, always pushing the transition and punishing hasty closeouts. Alperen Sengun anchored everything inside with 16, 13, and 6, picking his passes like a metronome and finishing when the defense gave an inch. Overall, a physical dominance that shows up in the 62-46 rebounding advantage. The kind of stat that tells the story without needing a caption. And there was even an emotional storyline. The return of Cam Whitmore, the gem who now wears a Washington jersey, putting up 11 points in 25 minutes and getting lots of hugs in his return home. The Wizards' attempt at a comeback in the third quarter did happen, cutting the lead and creating a moment of tension, but the answer came quickly with clutch threes to stop any hope in its tracks. There was a 5-0 run capped by Sheppard, a triple from Sengun down the stretch, and coach Ime Udoka rotating the roster to close it out with authority. In the context of the standings, it's the 7th win in 10 games and the 2nd straight victory in a 3-game homestand, with Portland heading to Texas for the next stop. For those asking about the ceiling, the combination of veteran leadership, a productive bench, and clean execution points to something bigger than just a hot streak. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day, because a rookie just turned efficiency into history, and the way this changes the rotation is going to make you rethink everything. Hold on to that feeling, because the next story explains why the conversation about the backcourt in Houston just gained a whole new weight this week. When a team wins wire to wire with this level of control, the locker room doesn't just celebrate the score. They celebrate the identity that's starting to solidify. Remember that, because in a bit, a stat about our rookie is going to change how you see the upcoming rotations. If the victory was a message, what happened with the rookie was the message in all caps that was missing to close out the night. Reed Sheppard came off the bench, weathered the storm when the game threatened to get hot, and finished with his season high. 21 points, with threes that just cut the Wizards' momentum. He had a 5-0 run capped by him and, shortly after, a rhythm shot that put the lead back out of reach. At 21 years old, the confidence was overflowing with every quick release, and the Toyota Center responded like it was April, not November. This individual growth changes the logic of the backcourt on a team that's already 7-3 and physically steamrolling teams on the boards. Against Washington, they were 53-37 in rebounds, with 20-12 on second chances, a perfect reflection of how the rotation imposes physicality and pace. And if the first half brought 81 points, the third time this season with 70+ before the half, what Sheppard delivered after was the spark that seals the narrative. There's an important detail behind the scenes. Fred VanVleet's ACL injury opened up minutes, responsibility, and a spotlight for a kid who, weeks ago, just wanted to survive the rotation. Van Vliet himself has publicly kept the door ajar, but the timeline for an ACL is usually long, and that accelerates this rookie's trial by fire. In practice, Shepherd is becoming a spacing and rhythm solution alongside Amen Thompson, who is controlling and aggressive with 18 points and 8 assists. When he shares the court with Alperen Sengun, the center's gravity pulls 2 layers of defense and opens up the corner for the quick shot, which explains the string of answers to every attempted run by the Wizards. There was a moment to breathe in the third quarter, but the three-pointer that stopped the comeback cold came precisely from the rookie, just the way a coach asks for it. No hesitation, in rhythm, feet set. This ability to score without monopolizing the ball is worth its weight in gold on a roster where Kevin Durant sets the tone early and forces the defense to pick their poison. Durant finished with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, another clean night that organizes the avalanche before the bench lights it up. And the bench has been a game-changing trump card. Tari Eason as the spark plug, Shepherd as the punisher of space, and, in the final minutes, a steady-handed guard to close out a decisive possession. When the team combines dominance on the glass with reliable high-volume three-point shooting, they become a tough puzzle for any defense in the West. And there's more context that's exciting. The third time this year with at least 70 points in the first half, an indicator that the offensive chemistry is maturing in a sustainable way. A look at the standings confirms this feeling. 7-3, the home stand is alive, and a clear path is open to solidify their record against an opponent coming into Texas already under pressure. On the micro level, it's about a rookie finding his voice and turning minutes into real impact. On the macro level, it's about Houston finding internal solutions to keep their ceiling high even with injuries. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day, because the next step involves risk, ambition, and tough choices. Breathe, nation. The 135-112 beatdown with 81 in the first half wasn't just a score, it was an identity being born right before our eyes, with Durant paving the way and the bench sealing the night. Reed Shepherd became the antidote for every Wizards run and stacked up confidence on answer-back shots, exactly when the game demanded ice in his veins. The dominance on the glass, 53-37 with 20-12 on offensive boards, showed why this team imposes its physicality and pace for 4 quarters. Without Van Vliet, the rotation has gained a good problem to have. Minutes, closers, and the perimeter hierarchy all change now. Now I want to hear from you. Should Shepherd be closing games? Does the chemistry with Amen and Sengun already deserve top priority? Is this 7-3 start with 370-plus point halves just smoke, or is it contender-level fire? Comment below and support the channel with a like and subscribe because we've got more debate tomorrow, and it promises to be a good one.